It is hot as balls out here.
It is hotter than Satan's nutsack.
I think it is, actually.
Actually. Where are we, Megan?
We are at the Tacoma Haunted Farmers Market.
Whoop, whoop. Back for another year.
Yep.
Always a good time.
Always a good time.
We're just down here collecting people's ghosty stories.
Yes, and so you're going to hear a little bit different background noises than usual because we are at an open market. There are people with generators, there's music playing, so you'll hear our voices, which is what matters.
Yep.
But yeah.
We're making do with what we can. Anyways, you want a joke?
I do want to joke.
It's not that good, but also it's a dad joke. It's an appropriate joke today.
An appropriate joke. We do have my child with me.
And
so
also, just not everybody listening is probably normal listeners because they came on our show. They don't need a dirty joke to brighten their day. Or if you do, listen to our other episodes.
I mean, guys, we are not the cleanest of podcasts out there.
We are
just
not.
letting you know in advance.
We say a lot of bad words.
We do.
And say inappropriate shit all the time.
Sometimes.
Anyways.
Mostly
all right.
you.
Yeah, it's mostly me. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right. What did the buffalo say to his son when he left for college?
What?
Bye, son.
Sorry, I'm laughing at something else, you guys. Ubu just bent over and he's got a
sweaty ass. Sweaty ass prick. Oh, no. Poor
Oh,
man.
nar.
All right.
Oh, man. Well, we're going to get going. Hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your host, Meg.
And I'm Reyna. Ready to rip some lunatic soup?
Let's go.
All right. Well, there's no cider today because we are at an open market, so we're not drinking, but
it is so hot out here.
Refreshing ice water at this point.
Yes, Diet Coke would be great. Anybody listening?
Yes,
Diet
if
Coke.
anyone wants to deliver. Well,
Yes.
I guess it will have already happened at this point.
But,
so.
whatevs.
Yeah, whatevs. All right. Well, we will be back with our first guest, and we hope you guys enjoy all the stories.
All right, we have our first guest with us. This is Steven. Hi, Steven.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks for sharing this story. So you said you've never told this one sober. So
No, I have not.
That's exciting.
Oh, I don't know. It's always better in my mind's eye when I've
yeah.
had a little bit of drinking. So
We find that too, you know?
Do we?
Yeah, just
sometimes.
We actually have this podcast. We have drinks on it all the time. It's like part of it.
nice.
Every episode we have a different hard cider. So
Yes.
you're
Very
in
good.
Good company for ghost
You are.
stories.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, what is it? What story?
So my mother died about 30 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and my mother was a big technophobe. She used to have her first grandchild while he was in diapers, put the VCR in for her when he was less than 1 year old. You know,
yeah, 'cause she didn't want to touch it.
She didn't want to touch it to
Yeah.
play her
Yeah.
her movie. Yeah, she was not good with technology, to say the
Yep.
least. And so when she was sick with cancer, my wife and I had just moved into a house in the Silver Lake neighborhood
Okay.
of Los Angeles. And she was very proud of us for that, but unfortunately her illness prevented her from traveling. She was in Northern California.
Okay.
And so she had died of cancer, and my wife and I got back, and we had just moved into the house. And as I said, Mom was just very proud that we had bought this house and loved to see pictures of it.
Mm-hmm.
And one night there was, I believe, the Santa Ana winds. And those of you who are familiar with Southern
Oh, yeah.
California know these winds come in from the desert and in the winter usually. And so it's a reverse, we don't need to get into the weather here, but
Yes.
basically it creates it's like a Scirocco wind. It creates a desert heat in the middle of winter.
Warm wind.
With a lot of very hot winds even, static electricity.
Yeah.
Oh.
And super high winds. Yeah, you get very staticky, and
Yeah, like
so
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
it really affects your moods.
Oh, I could see that. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, okay.
So we had Santa Ana winds, and it was the dead of night, and we're in our house. We had just gotten back from the funeral, and everything was just off. It was weird. I mean, we loved the house, we loved the neighborhood, but this one night was just off.
Mm-hmm.
The winds were blowing like heck. It was nighttime, but it was still warm, and the hairs in the back of our neck were just standing up on edge.
Just freak you out already. Yeah.
we had a guest. So we were upstairs and we had our master bedroom. And down the hall in one of the guest bedrooms, we had a rocking chair that we bought for my mom, for her to be able to use to rock her grandchild. And she loved rocking chairs.
Aww.
And so we're just kind of up in the middle of the night. We wake each other up at, whatever it is, 2, 3 in the morning. Hairs on the back of our neck are sticking up.
Yeah.
And neither of us believe in ghosts, okay?
Okay.
Although we're very gothic, we don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
Hairs in the back of our neck are sticking up, and we hear the rocking chair from the room. And we did not want to get out of bed.
No.
We were just like freaked.
Yeah.
And as I said, we don't usually believe in this, but we both
Right.
woke up simultaneously.
Hear it.
We
Wow.
we
You
could hear
knew.
it. And it was like, it was freaking us out.
Yeah.
In fact, we didn't want to leave the room, the bedroom.
Right. Because you're like, what's how?
What's
You know,
behind
something's
in the
making
guest
it happen.
bedroom? Something's.
Yeah.
So we hear the rocking chair, and we have strange noises, hair on the back of our neck, and and we think, well, maybe it could be natural causes, maybe
Right.
it could be a burglar.
Right,
So the prior.
Kind of ghost. but-
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is in the late 1990s. The prior owners had installed an alarm system after the LA riots. And so I'd bravely get out of bed, listening for the rocking chair down the hall. And then I hit the alarm code to activate the alarm. And as soon as the final beep goes off, everything stops. Everything's normal.
And you felt normal.
We felt normal. The
Weird.
rocking chair stopped. The noises stopped. The emotions stopped.
Interesting.
And that's how we knew it was my mom, because she was such a technophobe that even her ghost was freaked out by the beeps of the alarm.
I mean, that's pretty amazing.
That's an amazing
good. But I
story.
love that. And it is, I mean, they manipulate, they can move things.
Yep.
And that's just her being like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So where do you lie on the paranormal and ghosts now?
I'm still somewhat skeptical. I
Okay.
mean, there may be spirits, there may be poltergeists or ghosts.
Mhm.
I'd like to think even that there is,
Yeah.
that it was my mom haunting
Yeah.
me.
So
Yeah.
you're agnostic to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't, you just, instead of thinking of her as haunting you, she's just hanging around.
Yes,
She's just
yes,
saying hello.
yes, exactly. And like I say, we did scare her off because
Yeah.
she hated technology with a passion.
There you go. That was how you knew. But that's so good. That's a good story.
That's
though.
a
Yes.
fantastic
Yeah.
story.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for sharing
I'm sorry
it.
for the loss of your mom. Such, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
but we're in the
We're in that club
we call
too.
it Dead Parent Club.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes.
we're all members as well. Just
Yeah.
mine's dad, hers is mom. So
Yeah, Dad just passed away a few years
Oh, no,
ago.
sorry.
So
Oh, but
sorry.
that was less of a, I mean, he was in
Yeah.
his 80s, and,
Right.
Yeah.
It was,
that was
Longer
less
life.
of a
Yeah.
longer life.
Yeah.
And he had a weird path because he became a Catholic priest after my mom died.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fascinating. I didn't know you
Yes.
could do that later in
Yes,
life.
you can.
Wow.
If you've only been married and you're
Yeah.
a widower. He went back to the seminary. He went when he was a kid
Wow.
and became a Catholic priest.
Now that
Which
is
is kinda
a
weird.
fascinating
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. So it was
Wow.
really,
Wow. That.
not a ghost story, but
But
when he would
no.
go to parish festivals
Uh-huh.
and fairs, all these kids would come up to him, and this was during all the scandals that broke about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so all these kids would come up to him and be yelling "Baba" and grab him, and it was all his grandkids. And you could tell who his normal parishioners were
knew.
and who
Yeah.
wasn't.
Right.
Because those who knew was fine,
And
and those who
everyone else-
didn't go, okay, that's kind of
That's kinda
weird. All these
yeah.
kids jumping in this priest's arms,
Oh,
but
your poor dad.
yeah, I
Right?
know that was. But yeah, so unfortunately, we wish Mom had lived a longer life.
Right.
We'd be burying her now,
Yeah.
and she could have enjoyed her
Yeah.
grandkids.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
which is what she really lived for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like to believe she haunted us and
Yeah.
said one last goodbye to us.
I
and,
think
I'm gonna
that's
go with she
amazing.
did.
and,
Yeah.
and we're sorry, Mom, for scaring you off with beeps and whistles because that was her phobia. So
I
yeah,
love it. All
even
right.
her ghosts have
That's it.
phobias
I don't know.
apparently.
Things from life come true with them to death. It happens
you
all the
go.
time.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
so
on.
much.
Certainly.
It was a great
That
way
was
to
really
start off
good.
the show.
Yeah,
I
sure,
enjoyed
was
it.
fun. It was a great story.
All right,
All
thanks
right.
much.
All right, we are here with our next guest, Rosali. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah. And what's your story that you have for us today?
So when I was in junior high living in California, a few people from my class got to go to this I guess, like oceanography camp thing off Catalina Island. And the thing about Catalina Island is to go anywhere besides the like touristy area, you have to have special permission. So which means we're the only ones over there. And we get there and we're doing science things and having fun. And one of the camp counselors tells us a story about the original owners of that parcel of land. I believe, if I remember correctly, their names were Muriel and Eric. And Eric was a fisherman. It was like early 1900s, and it was just them. And the layout of this little landing is it's cliffs on both sides and like cabins on one side and just kind of like a widow's walk-esque cliff on the other, and then sand and where the boats dock. And when it was turned into a camp, boys' cabins were down on the waterfront, girls were up on the cliff. And there was always one cabin that was just never used.
Yeah.
And the story was it was one of the original cabins and just nobody's allowed to go in there anymore.
Okay.
Anyway, this camp counselor tells us that when Muriel and Eric were living there, you know, Eric would go out fishing months at a time. Well, one day they hear off over the radio that a huge storm is coming in. Muriel begs him not to go out because of the weather. He goes out anyway, doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And she spends every single day going up onto the opposite side of the cliff over that widow's walk, just looking out for him. Does it months at a time, starts to get depressed. Well, one day, her friends come over to try to take her back to the mainland just to kind of get her away.
Yeah.
And they find her in her cabin and, you know, looking at her wedding dress and how she's in disarray. She says, I'll be down in a minute, go get the boat ready. They hear a crash. Once they leave, she's running out of her cabin in her wedding dress, jumps off the cliff, and her body is never found.
Oh, man.
That gives me the chills.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And a couple of years before my class got there, there used to be a camp counselor named Tyler. And to bring water to the main area where everybody is, you kind of have to take one of those little gator moped things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going up the hill to the water tank to get it. Suddenly he hears whispering in his ear and a shiver down his back. Without even like looking around, he kind of gets in and just starts driving like bat out of hell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Down the hill. One of the camp counselors comes out and is like, are you okay? I saw this woman chasing you in white. And he goes, no, I'm not. He quit soon thereafter.
Oh,
wow.
But he would have had that feeling.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
But the scary part was some of the camp counselors go over to the touristy side of Catalina. There is called Avalon is the city, but there is a old casino that has been renovated into like a museum for Catalina Island. Muriel and Eric's photos are still in that museum. Eric looks a lot like Tyler.
Oh,
So the story kind of
interesting.
Yeah.
So she maybe like was thinking it was
Thought it
him
was
and was like chasing him.
him.
That's like so sad.
Yeah,
too.
so-
Oh.
the story is that she's still looking for Eric, so you
Yeah.
see her around and she haunts the boys' kind of cabins.
Yes.
To see if he's there.
Yes. So of course we all hear this and we think this is a great story.
Yes.
And me and the rest of the girls literally get the camp counselors and the teachers in on our little prank that we're gonna stay up really late one night, dress one of the girls all in white, and she's gonna kind of like
Oh no.
go around the edge and try to freak the boys out
Uh-huh.
because we thought it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
And so we all gather in my cabin, and there's maybe like 10 of us.
Yeah.
And my cabin is kind of like at the back and adjacent to
Yep.
the abandoned one.
Okay.
And we're all like getting ready. One girl is dressed up. We turn off the lights and we're all kind of gathering out on the little walkway to start going down the path and watch the hilarity. And I'm the last one out of the cabin, kind of directing people, making sure the door's closed and the lights are off and everything. And I feel everybody freeze in front of me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm about to go, what are you doing? Keep moving. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I look up, and there's this woman in a long, flowing lace train, high neck collar, hair is done up in a low bun with waves kind of framing her face,
Oh, my God.
black eyes,
Oh no.
like
yeah.
pits,
Yeah.
just all around the
Yeah.
socket,
God.
just looking towards us. And it's deathly quiet. All of the girls don't move. They don't scream. Suddenly, like, you flip a switch, one of them starts to scream. Everybody
And-
turns around, runs back inside.
They all saw it.
And I'm standing in the corner, and I can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't look anywhere else but this woman, and I feel her, like, just peering into my soul.
Yeah.
And I didn't get scared. I felt sorrow.
Yeah.
This deep sense of sadness
Yeah.
and how wrong it was
Yeah.
that we were turning this woman's life into kind of a joke for us.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
something in my brain went, they're still screaming in my cabin. So I turn around to flip the lights on, hoping to like, calm them down because the scream is getting annoying.
Right.
And when I turn back around to look at her, she's gone.
Yeah.
I look up the hill and I see the female teachers running down towards us. I look down the hill and I see the camp counselors and everybody else. And I kind of go in and I don't remember a whole lot of the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Or the rest of the trip, really. It's like my brain kind of went
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And the only thing I remember from the rest of the trip until I got home was the next day at breakfast, all of the boys were like, what happened? Why were you screaming? What was going on? And none of the girls or I said anything.
You
We
all
were-
kept the tears.
We were all quiet
Yeah.
until one girl, like after hours
Windstorm.
after them like hounding us for hours, one girl gets up and says, we're not going to talk about it and leave us alone. And that was it.
Dang.
And that shut
I mean,
everybody
that
up.
rocked. That would be terrifying.
Wow.
Never talked about it again.
But it's also funny because you probably have like a more heightened intuition. You were able to feel that like
She came
like,
to
She
you.
came to you.
Yeah.
Like she wanted to make sure like you felt like the safe spot in that. Like
Yeah.
everyone was
Yeah.
screaming and you're like, it's almost like you sensed her emotions, but also you were a sense of calm, like,
Yeah.
for yourself, for her.
That
But,
is-
yeah, that's a good story. Also,
That
it's
is
fun.
an amazing story.
Yeah, when you see things with other people, is like that's when you know you're like, I'm not crazy. Like
Yeah.
that's happened to us so many times, and you're
Yes.
like, you saw that too? Okay, it's not just us, because
Yeah.
it makes you feel insane sometimes, and you're like,
I did try to explain it away to myself, like, oh, maybe the
Yeah,
camp
we always
counselors
do.
staged this somehow,
Yeah.
but like, it was she had a little too much form
Yeah.
for like a cutout, and it definitely wasn't any of the counselors or the teachers.
Right.
Yeah.
And that
So-
you turn and then she was gone.
Yeah.
What if they just gonna disappear?
I don't know.
Right.
But I think our brain logically does that. It tries to explain it to us.
we always look for the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, I didn't actually see that. I'm not insane. Not that you are insane, because we see shit all the time. But yeah, your
Yeah.
brain just does that. Well, thank you so much for coming on,
Yeah,
sharing. That was
thank
such a
you.
good
so
story.
much. That was an amazing
I feel like
story.
we gotta research Catalina Island now. I
Yeah.
think
It's
that's-
a really fun place. I
that's
highly
like-
recommend it.
Well, I've just never heard that story, and that's a good one.
Yeah.
And, like we cover stuff
We
like
do
that all the
spooky
time. Yeah.
states, and I haven't done California
Yeah,
yet.
you should-
so
You should try Catalina. Like,
Catalina, maybe that would be
Avalon's
its
fun.
own
It has a
episode.
lot of different history, and it's very remote, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except like everybody has to stay to Avalon unless you get special permission, which is why it's almost like a nature reserve. The rest
Yeah.
of the
Oh,
place.
got it. Got it.
That's
So-
cool,
Oh my
though. Yeah.
goodness.
I'm sure
Thank
there's some other
you.
good stories. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, now we have a very special guest.
Very special guest.
We have the director of the Haunted Farmers Market herself, Brianna.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for to say hi.
Of course.
For those of you who have not attended the Haunted Farmers Market, it is the most insane thing. And to watch it from like when it first started, when we first
Yeah.
came on a while ago, to like what it is now, the vendors, the like you just were saying that what was going on out there.
Oh, there's a little shop of horror reenactment play going on in Tacoma coming up in a couple weeks.
So
and so they
fun.
just did like a sneak peek and then pass out flyers.
Yeah, they're like doing live shows, and there's all kinds of the what
Scare actors
Yeah, the
too,
scare
yeah,
actors,
from the
like-
Fright House Square in
This
Tacoma.
place is happening. You need to get down here.
Not been. I mean, it is busy. It's insane how crazy it
There's
is.
so many people here.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So fun. What did we say on the way down? She's a force of nature.
Oh, we're
Nature
talking
woman?
about her because she has some pretty cool things coming up. And Meg was telling me, this is what I literally said. I said, she's about to be a millionaire.
No.
Yes.
Literally is what
That
I
is
said.
what she
That's
said.
what I said. Because you're very, Meg said, tenacious. Like you go after, you have so many ideas. You have your hands, so many different pots right now. But like, genius stuff, girl.
Yes.
Genius stuff. It's like you didn't know how badly we needed a haunted farmer's market here. And look at this.
I didn't know either because
Yeah.
I've told so many interviews too that I opened this market within a month and a half of moving from California to
Yeah,
Washington.
you
I
did.
didn't know anybody at all, and I just did it because it was somewhere I wanted to go.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
I'm,
there.
Yeah, I'm spooky, so I'm gonna do all things spooky because that's
Yeah.
what I like.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And we
so
love
good.
spooky too.
We do
so
happen to love spooky.
We do. And there's
Um,
apparently thousands and thousands of people that love spooky too because they're all here right now.
From Texas, from Canada, from the Midwest, from California, from everywhere.
We
That's
just had someone
amazing.
from Florida with talking to us too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Right?
You're bringing people in,
Right?
and your social media is on point too. So
It
it's
is.
popping off over there.
It
so.
is.
I have
Yes.
to like slow down on the reels actually. I was like, I think I only released one and I was like, that's it. That's all I can do.
Yeah. Well, it's time consuming, as we know. It
is.
takes a lot. Do you have anything exciting you want to share with us?
I do. But don't tell anybody.
Okay.
So
Oh,
excited
shoot.
about this.
So
This is awkward. We might tell everyone.
We might.
brought to you by the Haunted Farmers Market. We are going to be opening the Haunted Trolley Loop
my
this
God.
fall.
Oh my
just in time
God.
for spooky season.
Yes.
So exciting.
And what that means is that the very haunted Tacoma, Washington's going to have their very own trolley tours. So you get ready for the announcement coming up, but this is the first you're going to hear about it.
I
Literally
so excited.
Such a genius idea. Tacoma has so many spots.
So
like
genius.
any city does, but like it is
But Tacoma has its own flair.
I mean, it's
It
got
has
some
its
weird shit
own
that's gone down there.
vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
But
oh.
I feel like a trolley tour is like, that's genius.
Yeah.
Like, when she told me that, I was like, oh my God.
I got to see a picture of the trolley.
Yeah.
So
Imagine
cute.
it's raining and you don't want to do the ghost walking tour and it's,
Yeah.
fall and you're just on
Yeah.
the trolley hearing the scary stories, getting in the mood, for a couple hours.
What if you're someone who has really shitty knees? I'm
be
pointing.
me.
I'm
It might
pointing
be
over
me. You
here.
guys
And
for
you
knee
just need to
surgery.
ride
just sit.
around.
I don't want to walk.
Just to be carried.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I would like, actually. Just carry me from place
Yeah.
to place. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
It's so
I can't
exciting.
wait to see what you do with it, how
I
they
know.
bring it together, because I know it's going to be like nothing but amazing. So
Yep.
I cannot wait.
It's going to be so exciting.
Yeah.
It's going to be so
Us
exciting. We're going to be
lunatics are
first
gonna
in
be on.
line.
I was going to say, we are coming on right away.
Yeah.
We got to do an episode from there.
And
we like.
honestly, you'll
Ooh.
probably be the first to take the tour because we need the sample runners.
Oh, I will.
If we have
I will sample run.
If we have
Man.
to.
If we have to, I guess we'll
And I think
do
I have a
it.
couple of little ladies in my family that would love to sample run as well.
Oh, 1000%. I'm excited to see who you get to like help run the tours.
Yeah.
You know, the people,
hosts.
the hosts, because that's
Yeah.
what it is. It has to be the hosts. They have to be, I feel like, a little theatrical, a little in there.
Yeah.
I feel like you're
Yeah.
going to find some good people.
Per NDA, we do have a very well-known Washingtonian writing our verbiage for the tours. He's written multiple books and
Yes.
writer for magazines, and he knows everything haunted about Washington State.
Yes.
I love this.
So
Yes.
it's going to be
Fun.
good. And then it'll obviously morph and change, and there'll be like ghost demonstrations and getting out and hunting. And
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just how it progresses. I
Yep.
can't wait.
Yep.
Oh my God. Well, thank you
So
for
exciting.
letting our listeners be the first to know
Yes.
that was happening.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
my God. We got an
So
exclusive.
exciting.
you did.
Cannot wait.
You really did.
Yeah,
Oh,
we really
man.
did. Dang.
Thank you so much, Brianna, and thank you for always having us and just hosting this event because it's incredible.
Yep, we've gotten to know Brianna really well over the years now, and
Yep.
yeah, I don't know.
I wish you could see them looking around while they're saying thanks for hosting this event, looking at all the
It's
vendors.
insane.
Why?
Yeah.
How many vendors do you have here?
There's 166 spaces, but there's 10 by 10, 10 by 20, 10 by 30. So
Okay.
maybe like 140, 130.
Okay.
And then you have all the people coming, and that is
I know.
that is what's insane. Is just like the people of different everything. Like and you see such a variety of people here, and it's just fun where people can come and be themselves, but also like.
be themselves. That's what I love.
Yeah, that
Like,
is.
You can just
Yeah.
come and be yourself.
But the kind of vendors you have here too are something you just would never see.
No.
I'm so happy because I came in here not knowing if I was
Yeah.
even going to get the vision I
Right,
wanted.
right.
And look at that.
I mean,
it
look
probably
what you
blew.
did.
I mean,
Yeah.
just we were walking down bringing our stuff, and I'm looking at all the people that weren't here even the last
You
time I
haven't
was here.
even seen it since it was this big.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
No,
We came down. We came down.
You
once
weren't
this year.
here one day. Yeah, I dropped off
When you were really
Romanticy.
sick.
Yeah, you were sick.
We talked to Ryan.
Yeah, Romanticy Book Co. is carrying my cocktail book, and so we brought it down to drop her off, but it wasn't even started yet. Yeah, you got a signed copy.
I did.
Thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah, we stopped by, and that was but it hadn't started. It wasn't open, but it was my first glimpse of like, holy shit, this has gotten like double in size.
It's
yeah,
it's
insane.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you want to add and let everyone know about, or
No, not that. We've gotten obviously a very huge uproar of people coming from all over. They'd
Yeah.
love to see us in new places. So next year we're probably going to do some pop-ups over by Seattle, maybe one in Portland. You know, we're going to change the spots because we've outgrown it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're going to be
Crazy.
popping up some other places.
I
next
love
time.
That is
it.
exciting. Only big things to come.
Only big things. To
All right.
come.
Well, thank you for
Good thing.
coming on, and enjoy the rest of the very hot day. Try and not
Yes.
die.
Yes.
Crap, you guys, it's so hot down here.
It's a day in hell, you know.
Yeah.
Day in hell, literally.
Thanks,
No, it's the
Brianna.
best. Bye. All right, you guys, we are here with Ashley, who we just pulled in from walking in front of the tent. And we're like, do you have a ghost story? She goes, well, I did have a haunted music box. And we were like, say less.
Tell us
Right.
more.
Right up our alley. So can you tell us the story?
Yeah, so I was yard sailing with my mom probably in 2014, and there was this carousel made out of copper, and you would just like wind it by like pulling the carousel backwards, and then it would play forward.
Yeah.
Had no issues. Well, I moved into a new place,
Uh-huh.
and my roommates were like, why is your music box keeps playing? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, we keep hearing it in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Because I just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asleep.
Yeah, you slept through it.
And I
your
put it-
roommates are like,
I put it in the living room thinking it was cute, and they're like, no, we were
Oh.
up
Yeah.
last night, and this thing was just playing on its own. I'm like,
Oh, my
okay, weird.
goodness.
So one time I finally caught it playing by itself, and I was like, okay, weird. So I asked my roommate to check the security cameras around the day and time, and lo and behold, there was 2 orbs just flying throughout the living room, and this thing just visibly
just going
playing,
off.
all on its own. Nobody had been around there for the last 2 hours. So let's just say my roommates were like, "That's enough proof. I don't want no haunted
gotta go.
stuff in my house."
Now, do you think the object was haunted, or do
I
you
was
think
gonna
there was
say
something
that.
in the apartment that was like, "Ooh, I love this," and was playing
Like
with
it was
it?
easy
I-
for them to connect.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They swear up and down that since it was used, we don't know. But my grandfather had passed like the year before, and I had his ashes in my bedroom, but I didn't have the music box in the
Bedroom.
They were in the
Yeah.
two different. But they think that maybe
It
it
was
either was
him.
pre-haunted or it could have been him.
Yeah, because music boxes like that, especially because it's a crank, I feel like
Yeah.
they can, like the other side, it's easier for them
Yeah.
to like turn
It's a
something like that
mechanism,
on.
and they can
So I feel
maneuver
like
that
because it
stuff.
didn't go off in the first place he had it, that if he had it there, it could have been your grandpa just saying hi, or it could have been
Yeah.
someone who resided there that was like, hey, this is fun, I can do something.
I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, oh, the wind. It's all
Right.
those years, it's the wind. No, on
No.
camera, this thing
You
is
can see the
really
thing around
white.
that.
That's so good though.
That is a
awesome.
fantastic
No, thank you for sharing that. That was
story.
amazing.
Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate it.
Yeah, let's just say I wasn't allowed to have anything secondhand there.
No more yard sailing. All right, we are now joined by Eric. Hi, Eric. Thanks for coming on.
Guys, thank you.
Good talk.
Hi, guys. Thank
There
you.
you go. You have a story you want to share?
Sure. I'm from a little town back in Connecticut. I'm here visiting now.
Oh, fun.
But where I'm from, when I was in high school, the Warrens used to come to
Yeah.
my high school every single year and
Really?
do presentations. Yeah. it
Yeah,
was-
they did that. I'm a New Englander as well.
Are you really?
Yes, Vermont.
Nice. I love Vermont. They would come somewhere around Halloween. They would be there and they would do presentations. And everybody knows about little spots in town where I'm from. And we had the Whittemore Mansion there, and they would always talk about why it's haunted and how much it's haunted and investigations that they've done there. Flash forward a couple years, I got a chance to buy a condo in the Whittemore Mansion. And my fiance at the time called me and said, hey, we got somebody's letting us buy their place. And I was like, really, where is it? He's like, oh, it's, in the Whittemore Mansion. It's on the backside. I was like, I'll take it. And she was like, really? You don't even want to go look at it? I was like, nope.
No.
I want to buy
I would be
it.
the same way. I'm
You
like,
would
wait,
be the same way.
where?
I'm sorry. Yes, I need that
Yes,
now.
go.
Yeah. I sight unseen. She's like, you don't even want to go look. I was like, nope. If he's giving us a good price, we're just going to take
Yeah.
it. I'll tell you why when we're at the closing. So we signed all our paperwork, and I said, at closing, put the final pen to paper, said, we're buying it because it's haunted.
Yeah.
And she was like, we are not. And I was like, well, you're not from here, so you don't know.
Right.
It's haunted. And we lived there for a year and a half. And I got a call from her one day saying she fell down the stairs. And I said, oh, are you okay? Yeah, I'm going to the hospital, make sure I didn't break anything. So I'll head home. She's like, no, I think I'm okay, but I just want to make sure. Okay. So I come home that night. And that night she's getting ready to get in the shower, and I'm a guy, so I followed her into the shower.
Naturally. Yes.
And in her back, I see what looks like 5 fingerprints on both sides of her shoulder
Oh, my
blades.
God.
And it's very clear, very
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
And I was just like looking, and I took up my phone, took a picture, and I was like, you sure you're all right? She's like, yeah, I think I'm okay.
Oh, my God.
And I said, what happened anyway? So I was, walking down the stairs with the laundry, and all of a sudden it felt like something pushed me. I
Yeah.
think I just tripped on my feet.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure it did.
Uh-huh.
I wish I still had the picture because it was on my phone forever.
Yeah.
I went on vacation, and the phone got ruined while I was there, and they couldn't save any of my
Back in the day
pictures.
before you have the cloud.
Yeah, there was no cloud. So I had that going on, and my friends would come over and they'd be like, so what's going on now? And I used to have these saloon-style gates that separated my kitchen and my living room, and constantly you'd be sitting there watching TV, and all you hear they would just start going, and I'd be like, they're hungry, they're going in the kitchen.
Yeah, friend. Yeah.
And a couple weeks later, I was going downstairs myself. I used to have a game room and stuff down there. And as I'm walking down the stairs, I felt like I tripped on my own feet.
Yeah.
And I felt something grab the back of my shirt and pull me backwards.
Oh.
And my shirt in the back
Wow.
was all bundled up.
Wow.
It was pretty dope. And I was like, so, you pushed her and you kind of saved me.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. And I kind of sat there for a minute thinking
Yeah.
about it. And I was like, could that really be what happened? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, because my shirt ended up around my neck, and it was all bunched up in the back, and I had the pictures of the fingerprints from her. Turns out she was doing some very bad stuff while we were together there. And my friends all said after that happened, because they saw the pictures,
Right.
they all said, look, man, the ghost knew something. He went after her, and he tried to save you, man.
Looking out
So
for you.
yeah.
That's insane. I mean, but I
Wow.
feel like you do hear shit like that where they will be like,
They
you're
want
a
the
bad
justice.
person. And they know.
Yeah.
That's insane. Though. That's a good story.
A lot of things happened while I was there, but that's
I
like the
bet.
one that will always be in my mind because
Yeah.
I had the pictures, I had the personal experience myself, so it wasn't just somebody telling me
Right.
things, but
Right.
lots of cool shit would happen there. But that's the one that sticks with me
incredible.
forever.
Literally her dream is
Yes.
to do like
Oh my
get
God.
someplace like that, get
A
a condo.
resident
She would be
ghost.
so happy.
Yeah.
I mean, we have resident ghosts. Well, I have more.
I
ones
want
than you
I
do.
want a home that's like
Yeah.
an Airbnb or a bed and breakfast for spirits. They can
Yeah.
just come and go.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
Just leave
Hell
my kids
yeah.
alone. Don't scare my kids, and
Yeah,
just
just
you're
hang out.
welcome here.
Yeah,
Like, just
that's
let me-
exactly why I bought the
Yeah,
condo because I was
that's
like,
it.
oh, I know they're going to be there. There might be some good ones. There might be some bad ones
yeah,
given the
forget-
history, but
yeah.
come and go.
as far as I know,
Yeah.
it was all good ones that were
Hey,
there
he was
because
good.
they
Looking
came
out
for
for
me.
you.
They
Yeah,
looked
that's
out for
it.
me. I
That's-
just
yeah.
didn't know how to read it at that
Right,
point
yeah.
in time.
Yeah, but now looking back, you're like,
Yeah.
no, it was all good things.
That's
like,
right.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, thank you so much for
that was a
sharing.
great
That
thank
was
you.
really
story.
good.
Thank you.
All right, Meg, what just happened?
Oh my gosh, this was so funny. So, we're sitting in our booth, and as people come by, if they kind of sit and gaze a little bit, we're like, hey, do you got a paranormal story you would like to share?
Yeah.
And this woman came by in this very lovely black dress and a parasol, which a lot of people
Well,
are.
yeah, but it's
are-
very much like the girly gothic. It was like a short dress with
Yeah,
black hair,
gorgeous.
a very vintage, but it was like that gothy vibe. And
Yeah.
she had a black parasol. Oh, there's the Grim Reaper man.
There's the Hey, the Grim Reaper's here.
oh,
Hello.
waving hello. Oh, he's gonna come in.
Oh, he's gonna come in.
Do you want to come on and talk?
Yeah, we got the Grim Reaper here.
Say hello.
Can you sit?
We're gonna find out.
Oh man.
This is the best.
Brought to you by the Grim Reaper, everybody. The
Grim
Grim
Reaper, that was
Reaper's here.
amazing.
Thank you for coming
Wait.
on the show.
Okay, well, sorry that interruption.
Sorry, we had a visit from the Grim Reaper.
He literally came in our tent and was growling in the mic. I got a video of it.
That's
too.
amazing.
That's going on our Instagram.
Amazing.
Anyways, so good.
Okay, so this lovely lady comes by, cute black dress. There's a lot of people with, camisols?
Parasols,
Parasol,
which is like a little umbrella.
a little umbrella coming around. And so I said, my daughter just lifted up the microphone and put it down again, and you can hear that banging.
Yes.
And so I asked, do you have a paranormal story? And she looks at me and she goes, I am paranormal. And we
Like,
both,
but being the voice of like her doll, though.
yes, like a little doll voice. We both looked at each other like, okay.
Okay, that was
she
so
was,
creepy.
She was an actor.
It was an actor. It's one of the actors like the Grim Reaper who like walks around and does things. Anyway,
I just had
because
to
we were
share that.
cracking up because when she said it in the voice, she's like, what is she?
I am
I am paranormal. Lady, she's really into this. And
Yeah.
then Meg goes, oh, she's an actor. All right.
I will be
on to
back.
the next. All right, you guys, we are here with Katie. Got her to come in, and she said, you have a lot of paranormal stories for us. So,
I do.
Man, let's hear it.
Nothing like super like extravagant, but
Yeah.
like growing up, like I always felt like I was sensitive to something. Like I was always seeing something on the side of my vision.
Yeah.
I'd see people who weren't there. I'd hear voices in the background. I'd hear my name being called everywhere. But I think a lot of the ones that really stuck out to me was my very first experience. I was really young, and we were sitting in the basement of my grandma's house, and it was me, my uncle, and one of his friends, and I just kept looking up into the corner of the basement, and I just kept catching my vision, and like his friend noticed and was like, well, what's going on? Like, why do you keep looking over there? And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's something over there.
Yeah.
Like, there's something
Yeah.
in that corner, and
you
I can't
can
figure it
sense.
out, right?
Yeah.
And my uncle was looking over, and his friend was like, well, I don't see anything. And my uncle was like, no, there's really something over there.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
So like growing up in that kind of environment just kind of like made me wonder like what was really out there, and like I would kind of like reach out, and I think like I would actually invite a lot of it to me, and that was like a lot of the reason why I would experience a lot.
Yeah.
Because especially like I would tell people my grandma's house is haunted all the time because
Right.
that's where a lot of my experiences were. There was actually a night where I was actually on the phone with a friend, and it felt like somebody had actually come up and kicked my bed.
Oh.
And I was the only one in the room, and I started freaking out, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what happened? And then I felt it again, and so I got up and I left. There was another night I saw somebody walk through the hallways and walk into my cousin's room, and I had gone into my cousin's room, and I was like, okay, it's just you in here. Like, who else is in here?
Right?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, what do you mean? I was like, I just saw somebody walk down the stairs and into your room. Like, they were like this tall. They had short brown hair.
She
Like,
clearly
and
saw that.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And she turned to me. She's like, oh, that's my friend Jewel. And I'm like, what are you talking about, your friend Jewel? And she's like, oh, she's like one of the spirits that hangs out with me all the time. And I'm like, no, stop.
But that's so good. So wait, this is your cousin?
My cousin.
So your whole family has like somewhat of abilities. You're raised in
Yes.
places where
Yeah.
it's very
Yes.
accepted and it's like it's all there. Yep. shaking your head,
Absolutely.
yes,
Like
yes.
my mom even told me like when she was younger, she would have like experiences too, and she was like, I'm really upset that like I didn't really like follow into
Embrace
it,
it.
embrace
Yeah,
it, because
yeah.
like now I don't really have that. So like I really want you to like not shut that off and not do what I did and close it off. Like growing up in that environment in my my childhood home, like really opened up my senses. I even went to Job Corps up in Cedro Woolley, and it was the Cascade region, Cascade. I can't remember the name of it, but it was up in Cedro Woolley, and it used to be a mental asylum.
No, I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're talking
right?
about.
So-
I don't know the name either, but I know it's very famous. Like it's a very big deal. up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. My uncle, actually, the one man standing right here, he actually went to the same Job Corps center
really?
that I went to.
Yep.
And it was so crazy because like going and knowing that there were like ghost stories already. The dorm that I was staying in, we were actually having a party in the lounge one night and we were taking pictures, and we had actually caught an apparition on the other side of the window, and we could not recreate it no matter how hard we tried. And we were just like, oh my God, that is so cool.
Yeah.
And then there was another night, me and one of my friends were sitting in the hallway, and just outside of the bathrooms, we were just hanging out, and we heard the curtains in the bathroom move. And we were just like looking at each other, and we were like, hold on, how long have we been sitting here? It's been like 20 minutes. Nobody's been in or out of these bathrooms.
Right.
And then we hear it again.
Yeah.
And we're both like, nope, we're gone. We're gone. We're going to a room. Like, I don't want to see anybody walk out of this bathroom right now. Like, we didn't see anybody walk in.
Yep.
We're gone. And it's so crazy. And then there was another night, I was actually laying in bed, and something woke me up in the middle of the night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had left my locker open, and the way I was facing, if I look down at the end of my bed, I can see my locker. And I just saw the door swing open and close a few times. And I was like, I'm good. I covered my head with my blanket. I went right back to sleep.
Oh my God! But isn't that you're just like, I'm gonna hide? I can't.
Yep.
She's the one who's like, I want to see it.
I wanna
What's
see
there?
it.
And
I wanna
I'm
see
and
it.
I'm the like, I'm like, okay, I know you're there, but please just like. Say hello to me right now, okay?
I was like, man, I can't deal with this right now. I got class in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't deal with this right now.
Right?
But it's just so crazy. I even had another classmate who was in a wheelchair.
Yep.
Right? So she's in the bathroom, and she was telling me she was in the bathroom facing the sideways against the counter, and she was trying to do her hair. She had her hairbrush on the counter next to her, and it just slid all the way across the counter.
Man.
And she was just like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like, I was
Yeah.
done. I finished what I was doing, and I left. And I was just like, see, I'm so glad you told me this, because now now I feel like I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, you need
the
that
validation.
It's also, even if you've grown up through your whole life, like that happened to me, and I think both of us came into our like realization that we have like medium abilities later when you all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, not everyone has these.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like, you guys don't experience this?
Right? Like what?
The voices, the seeing people,
Like just random people showing up in your room at night. That's not normal.
Yeah, no, that's not normal.
Well, we're like, oh shit, so we're not alone. That's why
Yeah.
we do these things too, is because
Yeah.
so many people have these stories, especially a thing like this, and we're like, hey, we love anybody who sees things. Like,
And then Luna and I, we actually went ghost hunting on a Halloween night. It was great. We went to a whole cemetery and everything. And we got pictures, we got video, we've got audio. There was actually a point where we both heard drumming, like native drumming.
Oh,
And we couldn't figure out where it was coming from.
who was this at?
It was a Black Diamond.
I was gonna
It was out
say
in Black
I was gonna
Diamond.
say the Black Diamond
Damn.
Cemetery.
Yeah, it was so cool. But it was just like, she was going over the audio, and she was like, hey, tell me if you remember hearing this. And she sent it to me, and I was like, you know what's crazy? I heard that outside of my house.
Oh wow.
I heard it outside of my house just the other day.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's the same sound
Yeah.
we heard at the cemetery. And the crazy thing is when I heard it, I was outside working on my car, and I can hear it. And I'm just like, what is that noise?
Yeah.
And my brother was outside helping me work on my car. And I turned to my brother, and I'm like, please tell me you hear that. And he's
Yeah.
like, it sounds like water dripping on a drum or something. And I'm like, okay, so you hear the drumming, right? We couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I'm like, that is the sound I heard in the cemetery. And my brother looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Like, this is
But
like,
they obviously followed you. They liked you.
Yeah.
in some
They
capacity.
liked you,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's probably we always say this. They all just want to be acknowledged. But if you're acknowledging
yeah.
them and you're nice to them,
Oh.
they might not follow you with malicious intent. Just
No.
oh, no. They just want to be seen.
They
Yeah,
want to
that's
be
it.
seen.
They wanna be
That's
seen.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
They just want to be
Yeah.
seen and acknowledged and like, hey, I'm here still. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like-
exactly. Right? And like my most recent actual experience was a few weeks ago. I was on a 3rd-story apartment, and I happened to look out the back door, and I just saw a full apparition just standing at the back door. And in a
Wow.
blink, he was gone.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just like, okay,
Okay.
Interesting.
have a good night.
Don't
It's
mess
cool.
with- We have that kind of stuff all the time. We do this podcast together, and we just text each other. And we're like,
Well, this just
guess what happened last
Yeah.
night? Or we'll
Yeah.
hang on to it, and because we like to tell things that
Yeah.
happen on the podcast. So-
Yeah.
But we experienced all that too, and it's like just so fun. Like, I mean,
It's crazy, but
No.
it's so fun at the
It's
same
so fun.
It
time.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
it's like you gotta embrace it.
I would
You have
rather
to.
be in this world and knowing all the things that I do than thinking it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right. Because, I mean, how do you explain it?
Well, that's it.
You can't.
Right, you
And
think you
we
can't.
go through that. We are very critical of things. Like we will go
Very.
through and pull them apart. And it's like, but when you've experienced something, and I think that's where we both come from and you come from, like once you've seen it, like some people can be like, you're crazy, you didn't see that. But you know, you make yourself so crazy enough trying to talk yourself out of it. Like,
Right.
I really see
Yeah.
that. Wasn't
Right.
this,
Yeah.
could have been this. Like, you know.
Yeah, no, it's
Instead, it's like, yeah, it's like, oh shit. Well, I guess I see dead.
yeah, cool.
Darn.
I'm gonna have the psychiatrist call me now. That's great.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for
you
coming
so
on.
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you. This was fun.
Yes. All right.
Thanks. Okay, now we have Katie's best friend Luna here, who wanted to come on and tell us show. Luna, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Do you have a story you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, when I was in high school, the house that we lived in was part of where the first settlers to our area had lived.
Okay.
And we'd known that like something must have been there because at around like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you'd hear somebody crying.
Oh.
And
jeez.
we were just like, okay, well, we're sorry you're sad.
Yeah.
So we just went on with it. Well, there was a fair going on, and I was staying with my good friend around the corner, and she had cats and that, and I had really bad allergies. And I said, I think I forgot my medicine. Let's go grab it. We'll come back. And she's like, okay. We tell her mom. We head down. As we get closer, I see in the window a woman, and it looked kind of like my grandmother. And I was like, I wonder if maybe they came back. My mom dropped her off, and she went back to the fair.
Yeah.
So we get to the door, door's locked, and I'm like, knock, 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 nothing. So I bring out my key, I get inside, and I'm looking around, I'm like, Grandma, Mom, someone here? Hello?
Yeah.
And there's no answer. And then my friend walks in and she goes, Aunt Ann, we're here to get Don's meds, doing on his meds. And she's like, all of a sudden, all the doors and the cupboards and everything just... I grab my medicine and I'm like, bye, Aunt Ann. My mom calls me up and she goes, why are all the doors open? And I'm like, ask Aunt Ann.
My
Shit.
God.
I mean, that's when I've never experienced something
No,
like
that's
that.
a
That
true
would freak me out.
poltergeist.
Yeah,
Like,
poltergeist
that's-
status. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
insane.
It was crazy.
But,
I
it's
was just
also,
like,
but you don't feel like there was any like malicious intent of like whatever's in there. They
No.
just would move stuff and do
She'd
stuff.
move stuff around, and at nighttime, I'd be laying there, and my blanket would come off my shoulder.
Yep.
The blanket would move up and over, and I feel somebody like going, like caressing my face.
Very sweet.
And I was
she-
like,
yeah.
say, thank you,
Thank you for
night.
That's a great story.
But as far as I know, her name must have been Anne or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, that was
She
the only
responded
clue.
to-
She
yeah.
responded to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I talked to some of my teachers and told them the story, and they're like, well, you do know where you're at is where the settlers first started.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what?
Well, yeah, and there's, I mean, all kinds of old energy, old people.
Yeah.
That maybe you're
Especially if it was an
liking to
older home.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah.
crazy. Well, dang. Well, that's a good one. Well,
That's
thank
a
you for
good
sharing.
one.
That was
Thank
fun.
you so much for sharing.
No worries.
All right, now we have Lee with us. Hi, Lee.
Hello. How are you doing?
But how? So
Good.
you came up to our booth. What do you do before we get started?
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Lee Strauss, and I'm with Spaced Out Radio. My show is called Element 115.
Yes.
So I do kind of what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
love.
Yeah.
But yours is a radio show. Is
Uh,
that what you're saying?
the main Spaced Out Radio is a radio show.
Yes.
That is correct. But it's also on Spotify. It's on Twitch. It's on Apple Music. It's on.
Okay.
It's
So-
got it.
So he came up and asked if he could interview us sometime, and we were like, yes, but also
Yeah.
like, can we interview you now?
Yeah.
You got a good story.
Yes, I've got a very good Bigfoot story that happened.
those
I
are our
was
favorites.
gonna say we've got some Bigfoot stuff percolating right
yeah,
now that
I
we're
love
gonna
that.
be going into.
Actually, yeah.
Nice.
We have a friend of ours who does Squatching all the time. Well, it's a friend
Uh-huh.
of my dad's, and we're gonna get in with him. It's like, we got some,
We got
I
some
don't know.
stuff in the works.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Well, the best place for squatching here in Washington State is down there at Mount Adams.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yes, I've
yeah.
heard that.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
there's a lot down there. There's a lot of activity down there.
There is, and there seems to be some around Mount Rainier and Mount Baker as well, but
Yeah.
not so much in those areas. As far as I know, the main stuff is happening down in the down there at Adams. And I'll tell you what, last year, I this is a crazy story, but
I can't wait to hear.
I have a tent that connects to 3 trees, right?
Okay,
So it's called a tensile tent, and it floats above the ground. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we were out there doing a squatch investigation,
Yep.
and Jackie Harmon was another squatcher. Her and I were down there, and we had some extraordinary experiences. First, we get out of the truck, and I'm saying, "Hey, Jackie, do you mind if I just do a call right away?" You know, she's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, go ahead and do it." So I called, and I got a response. Just
Wow.
just out of left field, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're in the right spot.
Right.
That whole day, you could hear them walking around the outside of camp. You could just
They knew
hear
you were there.
Yeah. And so we're like, holy cow, let's do some investigation. Let's go down to the little creek there and look through the little creek. And there was these footprints that were going through the marsh. You could tell that they were Sasquatch footprints through the marsh and then going over to the other side. And we're like, holy crap. And I got all this on video. I've got it all.
I love this so much.
And audio too. I recorded audio. But so we saw that and we're like, wow, this is awesome. So then we went to the other side of the road from where we were camped, and we found these structures, these trees that were interlaced together, like crosses like this. And they were weaved. It was as if the branches were weaved through other trees that were standing up.
They'll do that, yeah.
And so I was over there and I was checking it. I'm like, where did these darn trees come from?
Yeah.
I'm looking on the ground to see if anything had tipped over, if it broke off. But the weirdest thing was the root balls were up in the air. And the top of the tree was weaving down towards the ground, and it was on both sides. I'm just like,
It's crazy.
you got to be kidding me. This is just
insane.
nuts.
Yeah.
We're like in Sasquatch's freaking living room
You
right
really
now.
are.
Literally.
You really are.
You're in brightness.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah, it was nuts. So I also got thermal hits on my thermal camera. So we're at night, after we got all the cameras, parabolic mic and all the trail cameras up and all of that. And I got thermal hits down at the end of the road. Looked like a Sasquatch just standing at the end of the road. And so I'm doing hello, and I get a return hello back. No kidding. Just totally. Are you freaking kidding me right now? I was like, oh my gosh, because we were walking super slow because of, and it looked huge down at the end of the road. But as we got closer, it just faded away. Just like, where the hell did it go? But we got it on the thermal camera, and I took some pictures of it while it was down there. It was just freaking awesome. Anyway, I can also send you the link
Please
to
do.
our show where all of that stuff
Yes.
came out with all that evidence and all that.
This is right up my alley. I love this so much.
So good.
Well, it's going to get better. Okay, the story's going to get better.
I love it.
So we're in that tent that I'm talking about, that one that's suspended off the ground about 4 feet. And Jackie's already upset because she's got to be off the ground. She doesn't feel comfortable in that tent because, she thinks we're going to fall, which it's not going to happen. It's designed that way. So we're there, and all of a sudden we hear a whip crack. I'm like, what the heck was that? It actually hit our tent strap and shook the whole tent. We got it in audio. It's another piece of the evidence.
No touching.
And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me right now? So I had an air horn, right? And I went for that instead of my gun.
Yeah.
I went for the air horn and blasted it off. And you can hear it echo through the valley. And I figured, that'll scare them away or whatever, we're good. Next thing I know, the mattress is being lifted as something, from underneath. Was like with its arm or whatever, pushed it up. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with this mattress? So I'm trying to move and get my hip on it and slam it down, trying to get that wrinkle out of the mattress. And Jackie the whole time is doing this with her elbow to me. Stop it. You need to stop right now.
She thinks you're doing that to her.
She thinks whatever I'm doing is not okay at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
And she's like, you need to stop. But she wouldn't talk to me. She's like this.
I
She's
see.
scared. Yeah, she's
She
like,
knew something else was doing this.
Yes,
But
she was
she didn't
just
want you to try to stop it. Okay.
shaking
Yeah.
it. She was shaking like a leaf. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And she just wouldn't stop shaking. She's scared to death. And I'm like, okay, it's going to be fine. We can just go. And she's like, we got to get out of here. And I said, listen, we can leave. We're going to go pack up. She's no, we're not getting out of this tent. We're not getting out of this tent.
I might agree with her at this moment.
Right. And the whole time we're in this tent, we're awake now, we're not. And then I hear like footprint. I mean, like a family of them are just walking around the outside of camp. And then the next thing we heard was like a big thud, like a tree or a log was thrown into camp. Of course, that's on audio. The next morning was pretty freaky because what had happened apparently during the night is It had slipped its arm. She didn't tell me until the next day.
Yeah.
It had slipped its arm underneath the tent, and that's what I felt.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was grabbing at her.
Oh,
No,
gee.
thank you.
It was grabbing at her.
Absolutely not. Leave me in the tent. No, thank you.
We had a 3-inch foam mattress, and it was grabbing, through that to
Through it to
grab
where she
at
could
her,
feel it.
so they could feel her
That's
in the
terrifying.
tent.
That's
Wow.
I mean, that's a good.
Wow.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is good.
That is
wow.
an incredible story. And sounds like you have a lot more stories as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I got into this whole
Yes.
paranormal
Yeah.
thing.
Isn't it kind of how we all do by something like that?
Yeah, it seems like, we are introduced into this phenomena somehow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you never really get the door shut on you.
No, you
You're
don't.
going to keep having experiences
Yes.
throughout your
As
life.
soon
Want
as
this
you let
open.
it in,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's gonna happen. Now, I have a quick question for you. What do you think Bigfoot is?
Now that's very
Because we've had. Do you know who Pete Orbea is?
I do
out
not
of
know.
out of Port Gamble. He runs Port Gamble Paranormal. We've talked to him about Bigfoot and theories on what we think Bigfoot is. So I'd like to hear your take on that.
well, somehow Bigfoot is able to phase in and out of our realities.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know how it does it, but I got it on thermal and it phased out right in front of me.
Interesting.
When you said
Yeah,
that, that's what I
okay.
was.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, how the hell is that even possible? I'm very scientifically minded. That's
Right.
how I go out. All my investigations and,
As
and
you
the
should,
stuff
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best way to be. Yeah.
is stuff I do. But I can't explain that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can think of is somehow it's using infrasound or ultrasound verbally to phase in and out of our reality.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
That is. I love that. I love.
Yeah.
Just whenever we talk to people who Bigfoot believers, whatever, we all are, but.
And
Yeah.
we've talked about that a bit in the when the Russians went up the mountain.
Yeah, the Yeti.
The Yeti. What I am blanking.
I know
right
what
now.
you're talking about.
deal of
The
past.
outlook, we talked a little bit about that, like the different, could they use sound waves, could infrared, we've talked about different things about that. So
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense
It
when you
does.
say that.
But I love that. That is a theory to add to all the other ones.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us. And now it sounds like we're gonna.
We're going to talk to you next.
Yeah, but we'll be on his show next time.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, you guys. Up with our next story, we have Osiris here. He saw our tent with his wife and was like, "I got some stories for you." So we'll let you take it away.
Exciting.
Thank you all so much for having me. This
Yes.
is so. First, I gotta say that it's a joy to be on any show, but especially a show that's about paranormal activity. So I was for it. Oh man, I don't know where to begin. Okay, I'll share a few stories.
Okay.
And you all just tell me which one you like the best. So
Oh,
I'll
man,
start with
okay.
one of the older ones. So I think it was in 2005.
Okay.
So I don't know. I went on this little friendly date back when I was a little younger, and we, those old school Kodak cameras,
Yeah.
way before the camera phones came into
Yep.
existence. So I don't know. We were just having fun on our date, taking pictures, and after it was long over, I had, I think, maybe 7 or 10 pieces of film left that I just wanted to get rid of.
Right.
So I just started taking pictures of random items that
Right.
had nothing to do with anything other than
Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah.
use it up.
Use up the film to get it done. Yeah.
Exactly. And so when I went home and I just started taking pictures in my house. So when I went to Walmart to go and get the negative, get the pictures, I always review my images at the store.
Yeah.
I didn't do it this time. I don't know why. I just didn't do it this time. I'm like, okay, whatever. So when I get home and it's just me at my in my apartment at the time, I'm going through and I'm looking at the pictures, and I get to one picture of my bedroom. And I have this, I'm like, picture this. It's an all-black entertainment center, the old school ones, and where you have the big TV on one side, and then on the other end behind glass, it's like layers where you can put your VCR and your
Yep.
tapes. So in that left side where it was behind the glass, I see this image blown out of proportion of this black statue with these white eyes. It was jet black,
my.
and it was holding some sort of a sign, and it was also floating. For context, my mom, we always my dad, he's from Haiti,
Yep.
right? And I guess they have this thing of loving statues. I don't know, but to this day, I'm not a fan of statues like that.
I don't blame you.
So anyway,
Same.
so we had 2 statues from Africa, and these 2 statues, it was a man and was a woman, and that one of the statues that we had was in my picture, in that entertainment center. That was not in my bedroom
That was-
in any capacity. No, it was in
Oh.
our kitchen, sitting on top of the counter
But
Like,
it showed up.
it showed up in my picture.
Picture.
Yeah, no, it showed up in my picture. Like,
Wow.
where did this come from?
Yeah.
And so I was really freaked out
Yeah.
by it because when I saw it, I froze because the eyes were white.
Yeah.
And so, sorry.
Good.
Aside from that, I went and put the CD into the computer and then I blew up the picture and I zoomed in and I realized, holy smoke, the pupil is just white. The statue's eyes were all black. It was just a black face with different color outfits, with different color like jewelry and things on the
Yeah.
statue, but the eyes were black on the actual statue.
Okay.
But in the picture, it was white, like someone rolling their eyes to the back of their head type
Yeah.
of white.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when my mom came home, I told her about it and she didn't believe me. So she took the statue, she took it off of her phone, and we did a side-by-side comparison. And
Yeah.
imagine it was kind of like putting this is about the size of the statue.
Yeah.
And in the
Okay.
picture, it was about this big.
Oh, wow.
And so for context, for people who are listening to the audio version of this, right, it is
Amazing for that. I appreciate it.
right. Oh no, I get this.
Love it.
Oh, I know this ball game. So just for context, imagine you put something like 6 inches next to something that's about 20 inches in length and height. And so that was about the difference in between the height of the statue that was there. So ever since then, I started having these weird dreams. I had sleep paralysis. I was waking up and I was seeing weird figures that didn't look anything like the statue. In that picture, there was also a floating skull kind of on a corner of the entertainment center that did not appear at all. Don't know where it came from. Short end of the story, I had enough creepy stuff that was happening to me to where my mom said we're just going to burn the picture. So she took it, she put the lighter there, burned the picture, and in the image itself of the statue's head started to expand, and then it popped, and it was a single steam, and it made a noise like a sizzling steam that you would hear if you have coffee on and you turn it on, and once it makes that little steamy noise, it sounded a lot like that.
Oh my God.
And then we threw the statues away, and that was that. So that's one story. And I don't know how much time I have.
Oh, and that reminds me a lot of the Newkirks.
Yes.
There is a documentary that, what is it called? The Unbinding.
Yeah, yeah.
You should watch it.
You should, because
Okay.
people get this statue, they find it, and it haunts the crap out of them. It's a documentary. It's very kind of similar, but not, but also like, it just reminded me
It's
that
a
you should
watch
watch
object.
It. It's a haunted
Okay.
It was really
And
good.
then what is haunting it is the question.
Yeah.
Entity is haunting it. An object's just an object. There's something in it.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
So
Exactly. Yeah. So,
So-
anyways, all right. What's your other story?
I'll share one more just in case you have somebody else coming up, and then
oh no, you're good.
you're
I
good.
love
Yeah.
this.
No.
Okay, so I'll share 2 more. So
Got it.
okay, so for Sebastian, sorry, my son is over here. Come here, baby boy.
We also have, this is a child wrangler here.
Yeah.
She,
Oh,
make
okay.
sure he doesn't run
She's
anywhere.
got 3 younger siblings. She's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. We got security here. So, I worked as a mental health paraprofessional in the Air Force, right? I'm still in, but I spent about 9.5 years working mental health. And we had a patient that came through, didn't know he was going to be diagnosed with schizophrenia, but he was diagnosed with it.
Wow,
But
okay.
in the session, we've done hundreds of these.
Yeah.
This one was no different. It was just routine. So we go in and we're talking to this person, and the whole time it was like you feel something on you. It felt weird.
Yeah.
But as we're talking, he's telling me, wait, hold on. And he like looks over my shoulder, like we're talking right now. And he looks right over my shoulder and makes eye contact. You know that feeling where you just,
you know.
you know you're making eye
Yep.
contact. He didn't move at all. And he was just talking. He said, wait, because as we were talking, he said, wait. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh wow.
And then he looks right back at me. But as he
You're
was
like-
saying that, I was feeling something weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but when I went home later that day, I felt like something was following me.
Yeah.
And again, when I went to sleep, this time, instead of that sleep paralysis like I had before, there was this weird, it was kind of like a dark gray figure with red eyes
Oh my god.
that appeared in my dream, kind of on top of on top of the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
That's terrifying.
yeah. So that's another one.
Oh my God.
Not quite as daunting as the first one, but
yeah, but
this,
so you think
It's
he
like-
saw something past you or like something that, and it followed you home then? Is that,
yes,
yeah.
because he
Yeah.
said, sorry, that was my best friend. He said my best friend is a demon. I'm like, what?
Okay.
Oh
Interesting. That reminded me. Have you
Yeah.
heard of the Smurl family haunting?
no.
That reminded me of these entities that were haunting the Smurl family,
Yeah.
very much
Yeah.
like that, appeared at night and irregular, and then it would make them have these strange dreams.
Mhm.
That reminded me a lot of
crazy,
that.
though.
So
Yeah, because
Wow.
he saw it.
he saw something, but yeah, it was just a weird feeling. So, maybe not as much paranormal as the first one, but this.
No, that's pretty paranormal.
But this third one, I'm gonna tie it into something that actually just happened about a week ago.
Okay.
And when I first came to this state. So I was living in California. My wife and I and our children were living in Northern California for about 2 years before we moved here. And we moved here last September 13th to be precise.
Yeah.
And we moved on to the Joint Base Lewis McChord. We were at the one of the hotels, the barracks, whatever they call those hotel equivalent spots. We went there, and our children at the time, they didn't have like an extra, they didn't have any additional bedding. So we got creative, said, okay, we'll just take the mattress off of the bed and we'll put it on the floor. So I went to the bedroom and I took the mattress off. When I took the mattress off of the bed, I saw on the center of that of that bed was a purple rectangular fragrance looking something, and it had a piece of paper on it, and it freaked me out. I'm like, what is this? And so I looked at it, and I forgot. I don't remember what the verbiage was, but it was something along the lines of, thank you, you're here, or something along those lines. But that purple fragrance, I never touched it. But once I did that, I think a couple of nights later, we heard like a sound of a moving chair.
Yeah.
Like it skidded across the ground. I heard it, and my dog reacted to it.
Yeah.
And so my wife heard it the following night. Ever since then, things were kind of weird, I don't know. My wife said when she was on the phone with our niece, my niece said she saw something behind my wife while I was gone. And my wife had reacted to it before my niece and her said,
like
communicated what they saw.
Yeah.
And after that had been, several months had passed from then.
Yeah.
But then recently, about a week ago, at my current home, I'm lying down with my children. My wife is working; she works overnight, and I'm lying down with my kids, and I'm going to sleep, and then I wake up to this burning pain on my left thigh, and I wake up, and it's a scratch mark. But I woke up and I reacted to it because it was physically painful and it was burning. And I immediately, I don't know, what sixth sense kicked in, and I'll show you a picture because I took some pictures too.
Yeah.
I felt this burning sensation. I took my camera out, took some pictures, and I saw two things that didn't appear in any other picture. I didn't see like anything, a shadowy figure. What looked like an anomaly of some sort, but I also saw like two bright, looked like eyeballs, but two lights that appeared. That did not appear in any other picture. And I'll show you here.
Yeah.
Right here. Where's my phone? There it is. Let me pull it out really quick. Sorry for the listeners that you can't see the image.
Hey.
But I can email it to you.
If you don't mind, we would love to put it with the episode.
Yes. So once I did that, I took pictures of it, and I told my wife about what occurred, and it was just a weird feeling. So let me go to this right here. So, sorry about that.
No, all good.
All right, so I'm just the brightness. Can you all see that? Probably not too well. So, anyway, I took the picture, right? Nothing there. So I'm going to zoom in.
What?
And you can see these.
That's an interesting, and you just took these pictures consecutively.
Oh,
and
I did.
Now on this one, you see two lights, which almost look like eyeballs, and then something above it as well.
And that red on the side, or is that in the other ones too?
So, though, that one's actually from our TV.
Okay, so you can explain that one.
No, and I tried to debunk it because I'm like, okay, maybe this was, maybe it was from my flash, but
right, but you don't see it in the other one.
No, and I'm thinking, okay, if it was, because this is moving in motion, so if that red light matches the other one, they both should have been like almost still.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, but this one is just directly there, and this happened immediately after I got scratched, and so that was in front of me, and so this was immediate. This was the next picture right afterwards, and so right here next to my son, I see this.
There it is.
Right here, right next to my son, this image that appeared only in this picture, and I'm gonna go to the next one.
Wow.
It's another light, you guys. It's a light right next to his son. It looks like just a teeny tiny flashlight almost.
Yeah.
Like it's like a whiteboard.
It looks like a flashlight.
But
But it's not. There's no light source.
No, nowhere. And so when I scanned through, so his head, his head moved in a way, right?
Yeah.
But once he moved out of the way,
then
I'm like, okay, look, it's because I have tape there.
And it's in the back.
Right, but so this part right here is nothing, right? This is the light from my tape.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, okay, if that's the case, then it should look exactly the same on this picture.
I like how you have pieces of this where you can justify and
and then pieces
go
that
against
you're like,
it and see.
This isn't making sense.
No, I watched too much Ghost Adventures, so I'm like,
you always have to try to figure it out first.
Right. And so, but I didn't see it in any other pictures. And so, and this was probably the best one I could take a picture of the tape that makes
Right,
where I
where
can
you
debunk
can
it.
tell.
That.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yep, and that's again, that's a flash. You can tell that's from my phone, and this
Yeah.
distilled is not anything remotely similar to that right here.
That
Yeah.
one's insane.
That's
though. That
different.
that's different for sure.
Yeah, you can see that, and then that
And
right
then
there.
that. Those-
So what I ended up doing
Wow.
afterwards was I took pictures of the TV spot, following it, right? And so,
Yeah.
when I took pictures, I didn't see anything, and I was trying to match it up with the space. Still,
Right, you can see like the flash. Is that your flash against
That's
the
my
TV?
flash against the
So
TV.
like
Yeah.
it would look
so you
like
can
that.
see which ones are your flash and then which ones couldn't be.
right. And for the life of me, I couldn't determine like where did the two dots that were parallel to each other came
Yeah.
from. So then I also took a picture, and I'll just get it, hey, baby. So I took a picture. You can't really see it because I'm darker skinned for those who are listening, so it's a little hard to kind of see it on my skin tone.
Yeah.
I zoomed.
Oh my
in.
God, no, yeah, you're sorry.
Oh, it was burning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost cursed too, but I couldn't tell if I could do it on
No,
your
oh,
show.
you
So
can
yeah.
absolutely- I
Wait,
just
wait
was more
until you
felt bad
listen
about
to
your
our show.
kid.
Okay. Yeah. Oh
I
hell
have
yeah.
the
It's
crash,
fresh.
too.
No, I felt
Yeah.
it, and it wasn't for my children either.
Yeah.
Because I went and looked when it's so.
Just your voice. Yep.
Immediately after it happened, I went to go like where my kids at, and one of them.
We know those toenails can scratch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were wide awake and like playing and giggling. They weren't under because I was under the covers.
Yeah.
Like tucked in under the covers,
Right,
and they were
yeah.
on top of it. And then that's when I woke up to it because I felt it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, but that just happened about a week ago.
Dang.
Yeah, and
Wow.
so I absolutely believe in this paranormal thing.
Right. Yeah.
I've been a believer of it since '05 when that initial thing happened.
Right.
That was my
Yeah.
first
And
experience.
I really think you should watch The Unbinding. I think you would find it fascinating.
Like compared to that story with
Yes.
the statues, you would be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
Oh,
really
yeah.
think you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna write a horror book about it.
No, you
Good.
should.
Yeah.
That's kind of that. I mean, it's insane to have things like that happen. Are you living on the base right now?
I am.
So do you think whatever that is like related to the base? Or
Oh,
you think, yeah.
Oh yeah, this.
I know.
Oh, he's falling asleep. Oh.
Shoulders,
Oh, my baby
I was
boo.
watching him earlier. He was like slow blinks, like passed out. His dad's telling ghost stories. He's taking a little nap. I love
Yeah.
it. No, but so you think just it's from the base, whatever it is.
Oh, I
yeah.
think 100%
Oh, and
because
there's a lot there.
Yeah.
There's
yes,
a lot
that
there.
base is an older base. That base has been around for a long time.
Well, trauma there too.
For
whatever,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't really dispel all the details about the area because I'm not certain, but I know what I felt
Right.
just recently. I have good energy around it,
Yeah.
but sometimes things just happen.
100%.
And
Yeah.
I think that was just one of those times where things just happen.
Yeah.
I think when you do have that good energy, things try to like tempt
Mess with
you
you.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have that good energy, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Protected. But yeah, they still mess with you though.
Yeah.
They'll still be like,
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
try.
Yeah.
For sure. I think my response afterwards, afterwards, man, I'm too damn tired for this. They're like fucking leave me alone, dude.
right.
Let me go to sleep.
Right.
And I went and got my son, brought my oldest son, and brought him to the room. We just went back to bed
Yeah.
like it was another Tuesday. But initially it was kind of creepy, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
because it
definitely.
woke me up out of. I had not had that happen to me before.
Yeah.
Right.
Where something.
And you're a military guy, like you can handle some pain. And
Oh,
for,
yeah, yeah.
for that to
Yeah.
just like startle you.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
for sure.
That
Yeah.
says a lot.
Oh yeah.
That says a lot. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
Wow.
Well, that was amazing. Well, thank you
That
for
was
all of your
amazing.
stories. That
Of
was so cool.
Thank you.
Of
Thank you for
course.
coming on. You're
Thank
amazing.
you
That was
so
you.
much.
Thank you
Seriously,
all.
did you leave?
Sounds fun.
I know. You ready?
Yeah.
Now we
Okay.
have.
We'll have you talk down into the.
Yeah,
there
there we go.
All right.
Now we have Layla here. Hi, Layla. Thanks for coming on.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So what do we got going on?
My grandma raised me. She has always been super spiritual. She's, ever since a young child, she's just like, I've seen ghosts, I've seen dead people, I've talked to, blah, blah, blah. And she raised me up on that. And she told me, like, before I turned 7, which I met with the psychic Molly down at the Blackbird Apothecary.
Okay.
Can I
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like, where?
Yeah,
Like, is that
oh, yeah.
okay?
Oh, yeah.
At the Blackbird Apothecary, 54th South Tacoma Way, like
Yes,
just
down
down the
there,
street.
yeah.
Yes. And oh, hi, Amaya. Molly, she's amazing. She did my reading. Lot of big stuff, a lot of major arcana cards. Hey, Amaya. At me. You still have no eyebrows. I grew mine back. She forgot I'm at home. Anyways. I really like that. What was I saying? Anyways, oh my God, I forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about down in Tacoma.
Yes. Molly told me, she was just like, as soon as you turn 7, like that's when you like around you start school, you start like developing that ego that you learn like the back of your mind, you learn like your higher, you forget your higher self and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of times before that, in my old house, I would be absolutely terrified of the laundry room.
Oh.
And my grandma would see like little, I don't know, munchkin shadows just like run from the laundry room into like her room.
Yeah.
Just like just run on in.
Little things.
Yeah, into her bedroom. Yeah. She'd see stuff like that all the time, and I was terrified of the laundry room. I couldn't handle hallways after dark and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of experience with being around that.
Yes.
There was this one particular time a couple years ago, I want to say 2021 or 2, when I was like, you know what? I want to try out, I think, lucid dreaming.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to like purposefully lucid dream. I do it sometimes, but like, I was doing it on purpose. I was just like, let's do it. And I tried the method, but I ended up in sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's the worst. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
And for like a week beforehand, I had been like talking to this ghost named Jack. I named him. You shouldn't name them.
No,
you
do.
should
No,
never
no,
name them.
We do. I have a resident ghost in my house.
No,
Yeah,
I was naming him. I was like, come on in. I had my window up. Serious. I was just like, come on in. He had like long fingernails and like, it was so scary. So
maybe that's where I'm like,
oh, come on in, Jim. And so that night I was lucid dreaming. My window was open. He came in to my home. I saw him walk up to me. The next morning, this can be a little bit triggering.
Okay.
But the next morning, I woke up to the sound of my grandma screaming.
Yeah.
Because my grandpa, I don't know, he had never laid a hand on her before, never, ever, ever. But he was like, almost like, he was an alcoholic. He was like almost drunk, like asleep, like sleepwalking. He was just punching at her.
Yeah.
He was just like following her down like the hallway and just like going at her, almost knocking her down the stairs and everything. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
And I really think Jack possessed him that night.
like God
or like it was
charge.
like a little omen or something. I don't know.
But also,
I don't know.
So when you are under the influence of alcohol, you are much more susceptible to like things, like coming to you, communicating with you, influencing you.
He had never done it before.
Yeah.
He had never done it after. He went back into his room because my grandma came up and she was just like, let me in. So I let her into my room and I was just like, what is happening? Because she was screaming.
Yeah.
And he didn't like try knocking on the door or anything. He like went back into his room and like we went downstairs really quick. And we got like a baseball bat that we had. I don't know why. It was like ornamental, but it was like metal. It was like aluminum. And we were just like hiding in the corner of the living room. And we were just like, what is going on? Like, is he suddenly turning violent and abusive? Like, where did this come from?
All of a sudden.
Yeah. And he came downstairs and we were like scared. He was just like walking downstairs like normal. He didn't say a single thing. Like throughout this entire thing, he didn't say a single thing. His eyes were wide open.
Yeah.
Like he looked fully conscious.
He was possessed or something.
Yeah. He was fully like, and he came downstairs. He was just like, oh, what's going on? Why do you guys have a bat? And I'm just like, what do you mean?
Wow.
You just tried knocking my grandma down the stairs. Yeah. It was insane. But like, yeah, he was just like, I don't remember that. And then he went out for a smoke and I looked at my grandma. I was just like, what the hell is that? I told her about Jack and she was just like, don't name them. Don't invite them in.
Don't invite them in. Well,
Don't name them in. I don't think it was possession. That was just something he was doing. But
their energy can like affect you negatively and like when you
and
have
it just
negative
came out of
things,
nowhere.
Yeah, like
the first time I tried lucid dreaming, I sleep paralysis myself. I see the guy that I invited into my home, and
then this
the
happened.
next morning, it was crazy.
Wow. Well,
yeah,
I'm glad Grandma's okay.
Yeah,
Glad you guys
he's
are
great.
okay, but
He's out of the house now. He's not good.
Everything's
We kicked him out.
Well, lesson learned. So you don't have any resident ghosts anymore?
No. My ex-boyfriend was really creeped out by my lower downstairs, but I never.
You never
bothered you.
there.
Yeah.
And
maybe there was something, but it was just like
I have no idea.
Doesn't give me
Jack's
much.
popping
Like
in.
him.
It doesn't like him. They were like, get out. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
for coming on.
thank you so
That was
much.
Okay, guys, we are here with Mira. And Mira, you said you have a lot of stories.
I do.
You do. So what story are you going to give us today?
I'm gonna give you the one that I was when I was in Indonesia.
Okay.
So Batam, Indonesia.
Yep.
So I didn't know that if you are on your period, this is like an Asian superstition. You're not supposed to go to a graveyard, right?
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
But I went to a graveyard, obviously to pay respects to my grandparents. And that night, at the hotel room, I thought it was already weird because my mom was like, "Oh, we booked a Sheraton hotel." I don't know if you guys know Sheraton Hotel is supposed to be like really good, right? But this one was like in like a really sketchy area.
Yeah.
And across from us was an like abandoned hotel.
Okay.
So we went there and I decided to take a swim. The first thing I did was decided to take a swim, but I felt like this weird energy and I was like, okay, let me just like get out of the pool real quick.
Yeah.
So then when the nighttime came, my mom came into my room with my sister. She said, there's a weird energy in this room. And I was just like,
Oh.
okay, like what kind of weird energy? She's like, I don't know, but I just don't feel comfortable in here. So
Yeah.
then she sat down on the bed and she started screaming because she thought she saw something slither under the bed. And I said, oh girl, no, don't scare me like that.
Oh my God.
So then my sister's like, I don't see anything. I said I didn't see anything either. Then when nighttime came, this was like at 3 a.m. I
Yeah.
think 3:33. I remember because I had to wake up to change my pad.
Yep.
And I wake up, change my pad, and in the bathroom, you know the feeling where you feel like as if someone's watching you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a area in the bathroom was open mirror, open concept bath, shower, that it's just clear. But
Yep.
in that clear bathroom, I feel like there was like someone just sitting there. So I sat on the toilet and I closed my eyes. It's like, okay, at least I know like where my pads and everything are. So I grabbed it and I changed it. But as soon as I like pulled down my pants to change it, that feeling of like something there was
Yeah.
stronger.
Interesting. Oh, man.
Yeah. So when I changed it, I put it in the trash can.
Yeah.
I got out of the trash can and flushed the toilet. Guess what I heard as soon as I got back to my bed? The trash can rattled.
No.
Like it was marbled floor, so you could hear like
Yeah.
the trash can like
Yeah.
move. Oh my God, I'm shaking just talking about it again.
Oh, man.
But that I heard it, and then the door to the shower open. I heard it open. So then it went on for 10 minutes. Like something was like rattling in the
Oh,
trash.
that's a long time.
That's a long time. So then in the end, I heard the toilet flush. My
Yeah.
sister, thank God, was in the room with me.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, was that you in the bathroom? And she's like, yeah, I just flushed the toilet. It didn't take me long. And I was just like, so you didn't like, open the shower door? She's like, no, I didn't have any reason to open
Yeah.
the shower door or move the trash can. So
Oh no. So
That
you
was
think
that.
something like followed you from
yes.
like the cemetery?
Yeah, not just that, because then we went back to Singapore to our hotel room, and my sister had a really bad nightmare. She screamed. I tried to wake her up, but she couldn't wake
Yeah.
up. She said it looked like your face, but it wasn't your face. Yeah,
Oh, my.
because we were sharing the same bed.
Yeah.
That night, because when we came back from Batam, there was something inside of the closet because we stayed there for 2 weeks. The whole entire 2 weeks that we were there, the closet door didn't make a sound. But because I was closer to the closet door, I could hear scratches and like rattling. I
Scratches
was
are
like,
where I'm like,
Oh my God.
yeah, that happened that night. So I just tried to ignore it as best as I could. Yeah. That
Wow.
was my scariest experience ever.
Yeah.
Oh
And so
my
do you think it followed you what like I mean, it was from where Indonesia to Singapore?
Yeah.
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 wow.
And hopefully stayed
In
Hopefully
Asia
stayed.
somewhere.
yeah,
Hopefully.
hopefully it didn't get on the
Come
plane
back with you.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. I
Yeah.
haven't had anything here in America yet,
Yeah.
but that was the worst one.
That is crazy. I didn't know that
Yeah.
superstition either, or that you're not
No,
supposed to go.
I
but
didn't
like,
either.
I mean, those kinds of things make sense to me too. I lots of the Asian like paranormal or like their beliefs and things. Asia's been around for so long, and the
Yeah.
culture is so. I mean,
We've covered a little bit from the Philippines.
Yeah, we have.
Some
Yeah,
stories from
Yeah.
the Philippines. But
Yeah, but
it's,
there's-
it's so ancient that
there's a lot there.
we don't know what those creatures are.
No, we don't.
There's some.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it could have followed me from the botanic garden. So
Or
Sure, yeah,
that.
you don't know.
Or
You
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, that was
There's a
amazing.
lot, yeah.
Well, if you ever have any other ones you want to write into us,
oh,
you
I
can come
definitely
find us.
can.
'Cause
Yeah.
we
Yes.
would love to hear more. That's
Yes.
what we're
Yeah.
all about it. So that was awesome. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. All right, next we have Britt. Hi, Britt. Thanks for coming on.
Hi.
Yeah.
And she's got ruffle butts.
And
You gotta get ruffles.
We both have daughters. I have 3. She has 4.
four
So
girls.
all
Oh,
girls.
wow.
Lots of girls. I was always the big bows and the ruffle butts. My favorite.
I love the
Yeah.
ruffle butts.
Yeah.
Like
They're
it was
so
funny.
cute.
Like we were like, oh, we're like, kind of find like, we're gonna let her be her own person. Then as soon as she was born, it was like ruffles, bows.
That's it. Yeah. They can be their own person when they're old enough. They can choose it later. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they do. But when they're little and it's your turn, you get to do what you want.
I bought like a pack of 100 bows, and I was like,
Yep.
so cute.
You're like, whoops. All right. Well, what ghost story do you got for us today?
Okay, so
Normal.
you have 2 options.
Okay.
Would you like to hear 2 hotel stories, haunted hotel stories,
Okay.
or 1 premonition story?
Ooh, I kind of want to go premonition.
And then you could do the hotel story.
And then you can do the hotel.
Okay, perfect. Stories are actually pretty cool as well. Okay, so premonition story. I had a dream one night. It was like I've usually pretty vivid dreams anyways, but I had a dream one night that I'm walking through. No, ma'am.
Here, I move the mic up, and then she starts grabbing it.
I know. So I'm in my grandmother's hometown, and I'm walking. It's this beautiful town by the beach, and this gentleman comes up to me, and he says to me that Oberon and Titania have given me a child. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, how do I know you? Like, and he gives me all these like secrets about my life to like tell me that like he is a real person and he knows my struggles because I struggled with infertility for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And we were about to start IVF, and I was like, when I woke up, I was like, okay, cool. That's like a foretelling dream that
Right.
IVF is gonna work.
Yeah.
And I was like, just for S&Gs, I took a pregnancy test, and it was positive.
Oh.
And
That's amazing.
That's
though.
great.
but it's so weird, right?
That's so weird. I mean, it's like one of those
love
things that I
that.
feel like, I mean, everyone would love to premonition dream where you're like, someone comes up to you. It's like almost like a guardian angel or someone being like, or I mean, who knows? I don't know. But coming and telling you things about yourself, and they're like proving who they are, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we know everything about you. That's insane.
It was so bizarre and creepy.
That-
and I was like,
And
okay.
this
is the child. This is the foretold.
I love it. Oh, but that is so cool. That's a fun one. That's something like I feel like
It's not like
don't get to experience that kind of thing.
No,
Like,
that's,
do you
that's special.
Have you ever had dreams before that have like any kind of premonition?
A little bit, yeah. I've mostly had like dreams where like my great grandmother has like come and like talked to me and stuff like that. I had like one dream about like this like kid being late to school the next day, and he was, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna shut that door.
Yeah, right.
Like, that was
That's a
too
little bit
weird.
But you obviously do have something, so it's like you had it open and
it was.
That's good. I love that.
That's insane though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Ma'am, she keeps throwing my sunglasses on the ground.
I'm like, thanks a lot. Hopefully they're not too expensive.
Sign their prescription.
Yeah, great. Well, you got one more, the hotel one?
Yeah, I've got New Orleans or Tonopah, Nevada.
I mean, I want to go to New Orleans.
Let's go New Orleans
Okay,
then.
okay.
So the French Market Inn, which is it's a haunted hotel. Booked it for my husband's and my anniversary.
Love it.
Did he know it was haunted? No. Did
No,
I?
You sure did.
I did. And so I booked just like a regular room, not one of the haunted rooms.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the night, the AC turned off. And
New Orleans,
in August.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
The AC turned off, and then I felt in my ear the sniffing of a dog.
Ooh.
The room got hot.
I got thoughts about that one. That sounds like Hecate.
That's like the vibe, right?
That's immediately where my mind goes, especially the heat.
And it was like not even like a bad sniffing. I was like comforted.
Yeah. Sounds exactly like that.
Yeah.
Freaked me out though. I don't like.
I woke up and I was like, oh, there's a dog sniffing my ear, and I'm like, I'm in a hotel with no dog. Okay, we're just gonna process this.
Yeah.
And then like when I woke up, I was like, oh, what if it was a bug? And I like brushed it away, but no bugs.
So like, I mean, I think you always try and like logically like. Or make your brain tries to make it logic, like, oh, that's what it could have been. But like a sniffing dog, like that's what you experience. That's weird. Like, that is weird.
Yeah. So weird. The other hotel experience, like, I was doing that. I brought that on myself by doing a ghost investigation.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, did it follow you? Well, you got to tell it. You got to tell it. Did it follow you?
No, it followed me to my hotel room.
Okay.
So I was at the Mitzvah Hotel in Tonopah, Nevada. And the Mitzvah Hotel is like one of the oldest hotels in Nevada. And they did a huge renovation like the year before we went there. And unfortunately, they did not fix their rooms. So if you leave your room without the hotel key, you get locked out.
Oh dear.
I got locked out with my phone. My husband was not answering.
Oh no.
And so I just I turned the ghost finding app on my phone, like the little spirit box app on my phone. I'm in my pajamas during his family's family reunion.
Oh no.
And I'm walking around at Bijou.
Yeah.
And I go to this second floor where they're supposed to have kids. And I say, hey, I heard there's kids on the floor. If you are here, let me know. And I was like, and then I'm like, do you want to play a game? And then it said hide seek. And then I was like, okay, great. And then my husband finally woke up.
Yeah.
So I got into my hotel room. That night, I woke up to the feeling of a hand on my shoulder.
Yeah, no.
Oh wow.
I was it. I mean,
yeah.
They found me. Oh yeah, it's so much fun.
We've done those a few times on investigations, and it's wild what you get. We've stayed in a haunted hotel, and
Yeah,
thank you for letting me share 3 stories and
no,
indulging
I
me.
loved it.
When someone's like, "Oh, I have multiple," we're like,
go for
say
it.
less, because we just love hearing everyone's experiences. So we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Well, Megan.
Oh man, that was a successful market. Let me tell you,
that was actually fun. We had a line of people for a while, and
it got a little busy there for a minute.
Very busy, but man, my favorite is the good stories that come.
Right.
There's
And
such
we
good
get
stories.
to meet people in the community. I mean, we met people that had stories from Asia. We met people that had stories from the East Coast, from California. I mean, it was amazing.
All kinds of things. But yeah, no, that was so much fun. So thank you for everybody who came on and talked to us. And thank you to everyone who is now a new listener and our old listeners. Welcome to the chaos.
Sorry.
This episode is way more tame than the rest of them. So
Warning.
Just a warning.
And thank you for all of those that came and talked to us and told us your stories that just weren't comfortable coming on and recording.
Yes.
But we told us your stories and we appreciate that.
Yeah, we got a lot of really fun stories that didn't get recorded, which is always hard for us because we're like, no, we want everyone to hear them. But it was still fun. I mean, it's always fun for us to hear. We're always down for a good story. So
yes, 100%.
Well, you guys, you will catch us next week doing something chaotic.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Who
God
knows?
only knows what that's going to be at this point.
Yeah.
We'll be doing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't think that far.
No, me either.
I know what's going on tomorrow, kind of.
Do you? I don't.
No.
I think I'm going to sleep.
I'm not.
No, I'm just kidding.
I gotta get Salem's balls snipped
Oh, yeah,
tomorrow.
you have to get your cat's balls done. I got to clean out my kids' room before they get home from summer camp.
Oh, right. Clock's
Send
a-ticking.
thoughts and prayers to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyways.
I would offer to help, but no.
Yeah, but you're busy.
Yeah. I gotta shave my grandma's cat.
Yeah, that's it. It's very, very busy with things to do. All right, you guys. Well, make sure you go out and get yourself some lunatic soup.
And remember, in this crazy world,
it's good to be a lunatic.
Bye.
Bye.
Also, thanks, Mia, for helping out so much
Oh, yeah.
today.
Thanks, Mia.
Bye.
Bye.